thanks for checking out this video. I've come down to Grevdelec Bay this morning on Jersey's northwest coast to put out some of my crab and lobster pots this morning. It's a pretty grey morning, as you can probably tell, but I'm going to be just dropping down 3 pots, leaving them overnight, and then coming to get them tomorrow. I'm targeting spider crab today. This time of year there is quite a few around, which is why it's a bit of a pain in the backside for guys that are doing rod and line fishing from the shore. Your baits are just getting stripped by spider crab. So I thought I'd take advantage of that and come put the pots out and then whip out for a quick lure session on the bass and the wrasse before heading back home. I'll give you a quick look at the traps and the amendments that I've made after the last outing. A few of you guys that probably do this quite often or have some experience with crab and lobster trapping, then yeah, you posted some comments up and I took it on board and made some changes to a couple of the traps that I've got. So I'll show you what I've done today. Hopefully it all goes well. We'll get these baited up and then I'll go off on my lure session, and you'll watch me collect them in the next part of the video when I pop down tomorrow and see what we've got. So these two can stay at the back. There's a little bit messing around because it's quite hard to manoeuvre when you've got all this stuff. It's quite bulky to keep on the kayak, so just bob them over the side for now. And then I'm just going to grab one of these crab traps, chuck this up front, and I'll run you through it. Right guys, so the crab trap, this is it here. It's clamped down by these little pegs here on the side. Just checking you guys can see me. It's quite misty today, so that camera lens is fogging up a bit. So there's 3 of them like that. You just unclip it and then it opens out like that. It's got a little drawstring at the top so I can get in and bait up, and you can see here where I've cable tied and cut the old entrances. So if I hold it like that, you might be able to see there's an entrance here, baiting point is there, which I'm just going to slide a mackerel in. So whatever comes in actually has to full on come in to feed on it. Before, the baiting point was in the middle, and some of you guys told me to change it because something could just reach in and pull it out without actually getting into the pot. So I've tried to make it that the whatever it is that gets in, a lobster or a spider crab, has to physically go in and actually start tampering with the bait that's in there. It is a little bit close to the other side of the mesh netting there, I get that, but I don't think anything's going to be able to get its claws through this netting, so hopefully it works. And I've got one of these large weights that I've just cable tied in the middle, got that from the scrap yard. So yeah, just to weigh down the trap. It doesn't actually weigh that much, it would be nice and easy to lift up hopefully, and it's spring loaded as well, so yeah, nice and easy to collapse. What I usually do then is, well, it's the first time I'm using these, but usually I have like a little marker buoy, but instead I'm just going to go with these tubs that I've filled with orange paint and then just shook it about and it's dried, so they've come out quite nice actually. So I get the dive reel on there, and then I clip my marker to the dive reel, somehow like that, and I can just lower that down once it's baited up and throw it over the side. Just going to get my mackerel out, guys. We'll bait this one up. Nice mackerel that I caught yesterday on the boat. So baiting up then, guys. Hopefully you can see. Just gonna get it. Slide it in. Through there. There we go. And then tighten up on this drawstring, and there you go. That's it in there. Just a little bit of the nose and the eyeball poking out, but yeah, that's number one done. So I'm just gonna figure out where to drop these. I think I might paddle a little bit more out into the middle there, so I'm slightly out of the way. Might just get the finder on quick. Yeah, 35 foot on the low tide. That's pretty deep, to be honest. Right, first one I think I'm going to drop down now. Seem to be clear of pretty much everyone else, so right, let's just close this top hatch. We don't want them going in through the top and having their wicked way with it and coming out. So there it is, guys. That's going to go down. There's the entrance point there. Should anything go in, can have its wicked way with that mackerel, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle for it to get out. So fingers crossed anyway, that's the case. We'll have to see if these modifications worked. Before, there was an entrance point here and here, so you can imagine there's lots of places to get in, but also lots of places to get out, and fairly easily accessible way of getting to the bait, ripping it out and then shooting off with it. So yeah, hopefully this is a little bit more productive. I'm just gonna make sure that's completely shut, do a little overhand granny there, and that can go down. Just gonna tease it out with this dive reel because I don't want it to go absolutely bonkers and get a birdie. Oh, it's on the bottom. I can see it on the finder. Not sure if you can see that, guys, where it's just dropped down to the bottom. Now I'm letting out quite a bit of line here. It's not a huge tide at the moment. That's why I've decided to do these now. What I don't want to do is have to come to pick up the pot and I can't find it because I haven't let out enough slack on it. But hopefully that should suffice. There, I managed to get it on properly this time. So that's what it looks like. The dive reel locked off. Nice little bit of slack line there. And then yeah, floating marker on top. So that's number one done. Let's go and find out where we're going to put number two. I don't know how deep it's going to be out here. I don't think it's going to be too deep, but still want enough on the dive reel for when I come to collect. Right, numero deux. Pot number two. Pretty much exactly the same, guys. Got this one weighted at the bottom, in the middle. Drawstring, everything is pretty much the same. closed off the other 2 entrance points and just got the one. This one here is just a little bit of a pickle because I actually put rope over the part where the clip goes, but there you go guys, again same principle. Entrance point there, definitely fit a keeper spider in there, and then bait down the other end. There was the other 2 entrances like I mentioned before, and these parts here, but I've closed them off now. It's given a little bit more room inside the pot, and hopefully a little bit more accessible for a spider should it go in. So just going to bait up again guys and get a mackerel in. What I'm going to do is just go and do a little bit of inshore lure fishing, which will be in another video. This one's strictly going to be for the pots. Not sure if you can see, but I'm sliding a mackerel into the little cage part and then tying up the little bait cage. Just going to do a little granny. That one is pretty much ready to rock and roll. I'm happy with this area slightly. I just need to move off because I'm right next to someone's pot here, so I want to just have a little bit of space. I'm just going to go into this little bit here and drop down. Right, this will be number 2. Going down just here. .38 foot here guys, over the low tide. Nice little deep patch I think. Just feeding out this this dive reel. That's hit the bottom now guys. Now just gonna let a little bit of line out. Right, I'm thinking that might just about do it guys. So pretty much ready for the last one guys. The last trap, the last mackerel. Now this one's slightly different guys. Rather than having like a sash weight inside, I've actually just got some slightly heavy chain just clipped on at the bottom base of the pot. So just undoing again using the clips that are on the side here, 3 of them. And then once they're all done, it should just sprawl out. There we go. And this is the last bait guys. Going in head first. Just tighten up this top bit. There we go guys, entrance point is there. Mackerel situated in the corner closest to me there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Gonna have to just see how it goes, because like I say, I haven't done this very often. And then the last thing to do, clip on the dive reel to my little marker. So from top to bottom then it's marker, a little bit of rope, carabiner clipped onto my dive reel. These are the small SMB dive reels. There's no need for anything bulky if I'm doing something inshore like this. And then got the rope tied to the sides of the pot at the top with a loop in the top, which I just put my carabiner on, and then yeah, there's the pot. So hopefully everything goes to plan and we manage to catch something. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow. That's locked off. And that's the last one, guys. We'll come and collect these pots tomorrow and see what's in them. So fingers crossed. Well, good morning, guys. It is absolutely sweltering and it's like 6 in the morning, maybe even a little bit earlier. I'm absolutely dripping after just wheeling down my kayak down the beach. In fairness though, the sand is super soft there, so it's literally a case of like proper heaving it down. So absolutely sweating buckets already, but it's a little bit cooler now that I'm out on the water. I actually forgot my paddle as well, so I had to walk back up the beach for that. But yeah, we're back. We are here to collect the pots that were out yesterday. There's 3 of them. So I'm kind of hoping that I can see all 3. I can see 2 at the moment. I can see 2 for sure at the moment. Oh no, I've got all 3. I can see all 3 pots now, guys. So just going to take a little bimble out there and lift the pots up, see what we've got. Coming up to the first pot now, so let's get this hauled up and see what's in there. Luckily it's nice and flat, I can just do it straight over the side. If it was a little bit lumpy, I'd probably have the line around my foot. And what I'd be doing is just footing it up every so often, just putting my foot down on the rope. Right, we're pretty much over the top of it, so I'm just going to lock that there. And pick up the excess of this stuff on the dive reel, so we haven't got too much slack wandering around. Sometimes when it's in the water as well, it actually unravels it a bit better. Right, here it comes, guys. Fairly easy to lift. It's not too heavy. Hoping there's something in it, I'll be buzzing. I think there's a little knot in that, just parted. Probably from the slack line. Oh, it's quite heavy. Oh, guys, we haven't blanked. Oh, don't know what that is, guys. If anyone knows what this is, oh, it's like a, what is that? Is that an egg? Cuttle egg? There's something in it. How cool is that? Put it back. Now, we have got 2 spiders. Oh, success. The bait has been demolished. We got a really small baby spider crab in there, and this one here, he's not huge either, not a keeper, but it works. There's the little one, little female. You can tell from the flap at the bottom, it's quite wide. Off you go, have lots of babies. This one's a bit bigger. Come on, out you come. This one doesn't want to come out. Got his leg stuck. And there we go, guys. There's the other one. Sorted. Nothing else in there from what I can see. That worked quite well. Well chuffed with that. First one down, definitely haven't blanked, so yeah, sorted. So collapsing this down then, guys, is a fairly straightforward activity, which only I could probably mess up. Just doing the clips on the side. There we go, that clip there. That's that one. And the last one. So that is now folded up. Let's just get this dive reel all untangled and sorted out. I'll just put my carabiner back on this dive reel. There we go. So can just rest in the back there, like so, and that can also go in the back. And what I'll do is I'll carabiner the dive reel and the buff to the kayak, so if it does fall over it's going to float anyway, but it's stuck to the kayak. So that's number one done. Let's get over to number two and see what's cracking in that one. Oh, I can't see it yet. Here it is. Oh, that's a bit better. We got one in here, guys. Shoulder's done. two pots in, I can't lift anymore. Oh, this is a bit better, this one, I think. You'd probably say he's maybe just about a keeper, but I think it's 15. I haven't got my measuring tool with me, but I think it's 15 centimeters from the top of the shell to the bottom of the shell. I'll have to double check, but for the purpose of this video, guys, regardless if I got a keeper or not, everything's going back anyway. Hey, slightly better. So this one's probably a keeper, guys, but I am going to put him back. See you later, bud. Right, guys, that is pot 2 done, and so far we've had 3 spiders out of 2 pots, 1 keeper. So he's gone back anyway, but he would have been a keeper for sure. So we're just going to go and pick up the last of the 3 pots. Pot number 3. Oh, got some scum on the pot marker. Let's get this one. one up. Oh, okay. How about that then? Blankety blank. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That would be much appreciated. Until the next trip out on the kayak, until the next grab potting session, tight lines, full pots, and I'll catch you in the next one.